I was lost in my head when out of nowhere, smoke starts to fill my subconscious, and I hear as a figure begins to ascend from the fire and smoke like a phoenix rising from the ashes. A figure appears dressed in a purple suit and purple alligator, eel, and emu designer Italian shoes with piercing eyes and a jocular smile. Just like Patricia has 3 letters tattooed on her, I too have 3 letters tattooed on the right side of my neck, which read WSJ, and on the other side, just playing. I see a pathetic figure on his knees, just weeping uncontrollably into his hands, with cries so loud he never saw me coming as I crept up slowly behind him, and he never would see me, and only felt a piece of steel touch his throat. And that was the end of the former Mr. Optimistic, now the pathetic pushover bitch boy, as I sliced his throat from ear to ear. I then began to whistle as I walked away and put my blade back in my pocket. And I knew I had done the right thing and would do it again if needed. The former Mr. Optimistic would only keep bringing Bo down, as he was a shattered man whose broken pieces were unrepairable. So he had to go. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We needed to change the game here, because this flow wasn't cutting it. And speaking of cutting it, I did enjoy slicing the throat of that pusillanimous twat. Also, can you believe how Bo gave away that promise without any setup or explanation about who this Bo character is? Who is he? What makes him tick? It's some damn mess. What does WSJ stand for? Is everything in this novel true? Don't worry, I've got something that will begin to explain it all. So gather round, boys and girls, as I, the infamous Wag Swag Joker, or Bokey, the persona of mischief, as I've initially dubbed myself, and I love bringing a dose of humor and anarchy to any situation. Now to the subject of truth, as Bo did tell himself, he was going to be the realest real after being lied to for so long. But it was my idea to put a few lies in here, and part of it, if read by certain people, will not make them happy, as 99% of this is true, and that is a big subplot in this tale, along with mental health, family, sexual drug abuse, laughs, promises, and of course love, and just a little bit of death. Oh, there is more. Now, I can hardly care less about anyone's opinion, but deep down, I do hope you find a little laughter in what I do, even if you don't agree. It was my idea to add the lies just to fuck with people's minds. They say laughter is the best medicine. After all, I might be a new persona, but I'm the one who stitched us back together again. Regardless of what that smooth-talking Don Juan Ricardo Philip Swag says. Pussy over laughs? Let me tell you something. We remember jokes from when we were 6 years old. Can you do that? Oh, wait. Now I remember Bo with the neighbor girl and her sister when we were 6. So maybe it was a group effort back then and now. But it wasn't just personas that helped. It was our true friends, the ride or dies, the loyal to the coils. You know who you are. Plus, pussy did help, but there were so many more laughs. So yeah, I got the upper hand again. Try topping that, Mr. Vagina Tamer. And you didn't have the guts to do what needed to be done with that pathetic pushover bitch boy. Neither did that smooth-talking, slick Rick, quick-wicked, rapscallion Bolamite. Don't get me started about that degenerate white nasty, as he'd probably get hard after the fact and a body would get touched inappropriately. No, it was I who sliced that cuckold buck's throat without a care in the world. He had to go for Bo to reclaim his true self, and the memory of it still brings a smile to my face. But let me share with you a little tale about the short life of Mr. Optimistic Wall Street Bo. He was a man of vision, determination, passion, and a heart of gold. Failure was not a part of his vocabulary, as he hadn't truly experienced it yet. Bo wants it. Bo does what he does, and Bo gets it. Every endeavor he ever took, even if it didn't go as planned. He knew he had given it his all, and it was a learning lesson